Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not subbed to me by now? My content is fire, from stop motions, news videos, reviews, music occasionally. All my social media accounts are linked down below, and now, let's get straight to it. What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. Happy Friday, and we've got a lot of, well, not a lot, we've got a lot, I almost said a lot again. We've got some toy news here to talk about for Transformers EarthSpark and Legacy United. First up, let's talk about EarthSpark. So, we have some figures that are coming out in January. It's going to be a Combiner 2-pack at $29.99 each here in the US, and a Cyber Sleeve Blaster at $14.99. So this is pretty interesting. Let's take a look at these guys. So this looks like one with Bumblebee and Thrash. It looks like it has some decent articulation for what they are. I mean, it's like kitty toy combiner figures, and usually when they do these, they're pretty much bricks, but no, you got knees, elbows, looks like also maybe, no, there's no head articulation, but knees, elbows, hips, universal hips, and universal shoulders. I mean, that's pretty good for a kitty toy that's only... Oh, well, not only. This thing's like $30. It's crazy how much kitty toys cost nowadays. I mean, these things used to be like $15 when I was a little kitty, but whatever, things change. And then there's one between Twitch and Thrash, brother and sister here, so that's not too shabby. Wait, no. This ain't Thrash. Wait a minute, this is like some armor thing. What's the name of this dude? Oh, it's Mo. Okay. Mo is with Bumblebee, and then Robbie is with Twitch. Sorry about that. I mixed that up. So these are pretty decent, not too shabby. And then the Blaster looks like some Nerf gun type crossover thing. It's supposed to be, you know, the MacGuffin of EarthSpark that you could use as a Blaster figure, which is kind of cool if you're a little kid or if you're just a regular person trying to have some fun on a Saturday night or something. But not too shabby here. Now, getting into the nitty-gritty here of the Transformers news, we have our first look at Masterpiece Beast Wars Rhinox, people. Finally, after months of anticipation and waiting, because I remember there was like a teaser for this figure either earlier this year or sometime last year, so it's been at least months now. And now we finally have our first blurry image. It's not a good-looking image, but you can kind of get a good idea at this figure, and there's a bunch of Chinese writing all over it, but it does look really accurate to his Beast Wars cartoon model that we all know and love for almost 30 years now, which is crazy. By the way, I really hope they do something big for the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars. I've been thinking about this on and off for the past few days. You know, the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars is in a few years. We just had the 25th anniversary, and they did the big Kingdom toy line that we all know and love by now. So I'm thinking for the 30th anniversary, it's either going to be another heavily Beast Wars-centric Generations line for that year, or what they could do is it's going to be a Beast Wars subline, similarly to what they did for the 10th anniversary back in 2006, and for what they're doing right now with the Beast Wars Versus packs at Takara. That's what I'm thinking so far, but, you know, I don't know. We have no idea. It's like, what, 3-4 years away from now? So a lot to speculate and think about. I'll probably do a separate video one of these days when we move closer to the 30th anniversary. But anyway, this Rhinox does look pretty good and really accurate. Nice, big, chunky arm cannons there that has been severely lacking in the recent figures of him, most definitely the Kingdom one. They at least tried with the Thrilling 31, and I love those blasters so much more, and they got that cool gimmick, but these are obviously going to be a lot more accurate, and this guy just looks really good. And now we have some even crazier news. Legacy United Voyager class Silverbolt. Oh man, we finally got our knight in shining armor, the flying dog of Beast Wars. This is absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait to pair this guy with Black Arachnia. You know that whole love affair that we all absolutely loved back in the day, but this is a really nice Voyager class. At a first glance, I low key would have thought this would be leader class. I mean, I'm not messing with you guys. It looks like he might have wrist swivel, which is kind of iffy, but it seems to be a running theme with these newer Beast Wars characters next year because it seems like Tigerhawk doesn't have a wrist swivel, and he's even a leader class. So hopefully at least Silverbolt here has a wrist swivel because, you know, he's a sword wielding character. It would be nice if he had some sort of wrist articulation. But yeah, you can see he's got the two sword things there. He's got some nice wingspan, and it looks like he's going to have some good range there for the articulation of the wings. This just looks like what they did with the original toy. I think the original toy was it was either a Voyager class or a Deluxe class back in the day. So it looks like they took that original toy and modernized it and made it a bit more accurate to the cartoon model, and I'm all for that. That original toy wasn't too bad for its time, so I'm glad they just took that and updated it and made it more cartoon show accurate. So yeah, this looks really dope. Now, since Silverbolt here is in Wave 2 of Legacy United, which, according to JT Prime 17, the leaked listing god himself, if you don't know by now, he's really credible. He pretty much gets everything right, and when he does get something wrong, he lets us know, and he knows that something changed, you know, during production. But he said that Wave 2 of Legacy United is dropping in April of next year, which, if y'all know how to count, that is like 6 months from now by the time of October, which is when this figure is going to be revealed at Takara. It says something about October 6th on one of these pages here. So it seems like this figure, along with Rhinox, is going to be officially revealed by Takara on the 6th of October, which is, I think, sometime next week. If him and the rest of Wave 2 are going up for pre-order and getting revealed, that would fit the pre-order release window for the slated April release. That's going to be about 6 months by then. And if you guys pay attention to how pre-orders work, usually the release window, they give it enough time, you know, in case if there's a delay or something, they put the release 4 to 6 months out from, you know, when the figure is revealed and up for pre-order. And then usually these things come out a little bit earlier in certain areas, a month or two ahead of schedule. So we're probably going to be seeing Wave 2 in stores by late February or sometime in March, because I remember before the delays that happened during Kingdom that's still affecting us now with Legacy Evolution. Wave 2 used to drop in like March, April, around that time period, around the springtime. But since that delay that happened, I can't even remember. I think it was around like Wave 3 or 4 of Kingdom, or maybe even Wave 5. Wave 2 has always been slated for around June/July, which is when Wave 3 used to drop. So I'm glad that we're getting back on schedule here with Wave 2 coming out around the springtime. I think, you know, Takara, what I think might happen is Takara will just reveal Silverbolt here as a teaser to Wave 2 of Legacy United, and then we'll probably see the rest of the wave either later on that month or the most likely thing I'm thinking is in November, because we already know that it was confirmed that Studio Series is going to have its whole live stream panel for reveals later on in October as well. So I'm thinking Studio Series reveals October, Legacy Wave 2 reveals in November, and those will go right up for pre-order, and it'll fit right in line with that April pre-order window, and that'll give about 5 months by then. But who knows, the whole wave could be revealed next week. Or the other thing that I'm thinking here is that Silverbolt is in place of one of the Wave 1 Voyagers here in the US. He's either replacing Thundertron or Optimus. I'm going to speculate and say that it's Thundertron because if you guys go back in history, 12 years ago at this point, when Prime was released in Japan, that thing tanked. It didn't do good at all. I think it was well known for almost ruining the Transformers reputation up there in China. So I think they're moving Thundertron either to Wave 2 for them at Takara, or even in a later wave, like Wave 4 or something. But then they're putting Silverbolt in place of him because obviously, you know, everywhere around the world, people love Beast Wars if you're a Transformers fan. So I think that's also a safe bet, but like I've explained, there's a lot of reasons for what could be happening here, why we're seeing Silverbolt so early from Takara. So yeah, there's a lot to get excited about, guys. A lot of dope stuff to happen in the next few months and for the whole year of 2024, basically. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think about the new Earthspark stuff, Masterpiece Rhinox, Silverbolt, and what do you think is going to happen with the reveals for Legacy United Wave 2? All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, all that good stuff. You can email me or hit me up on my social media too if you want a diorama commissions. I make dioramas for people. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.